Right, hello everyone. Hope you're all well and doing fine. I just wanted to come on and have a chat with you all about what happened with the recent match between Brazil and Argentina, the World Cup qualifier. For those of you who don't know, the game got called off after about 2 minutes, or between 2 and 5 minutes, I believe. And it's just looked absolute chaos, and I just can't believe what's happened, really. So I've made some notes because I do want to talk to you about it, because it's absolutely mad. There's so many unanswered questions for me about this, because I just don't understand it. I just think it's bonkers how the hell this has actually happened. So basically, like I said, what happened? The game got abandoned after just 5 minutes of play. It was played in Brazil, and like I say, it's World Cup qualifier for the World Cup in Qatar. Now, apparently, what happened? I've got notes in front of me, so if I keep looking down, it's because I'm reading off the sheet of paper where I wrote some notes. The Brazilian health officials walked onto the pitch. Oh, yeah, and before I go any further, I just wanted to say I'm so happy that I don't have to come on today and do yet another video about some madness that Arsenal have got up to. So whether we get through the rest of the day and have a day which is free from Arsenal madness or not remains to be seen. But this video isn't going to be about Arsenal. This one is going to be about the World Cup qualifying game between Brazil and Argentina that got abandoned after 5 minutes. Anyway, so what happened was, like I say, the game got abandoned after just 5 minutes of play. Basically, what happened was Brazilian health officials from their regulatory health body called Anvisa walked onto the pitch, claiming that some of the Argentinian players have broke COVID regulations. Now, this incident happened. What happened was that this incident happened hours after the Brazilian health authorities had said that 4 of Argentina's squad, who are based in England, had to quarantine when they arrived in Brazil. Right? Because apparently the United Kingdom is on a red list of countries for Brazil, just like that Brazil's on the red list of countries for the UK. So the 4 players in question are Emi Martinez and Emi Buendia from Aston Villa, and Giovanni Lo Celso and Christian Romero from Tottenham. Now, about 1 hour after the match got started, South America's governing body released a statement saying that the match had been suspended. All right. So they decided to suspend the match, and that happened about an hour after the thing got the game had got stopped. Now, it seems that under Brazilian rules, visitors who come into the country in Brazil who have been in the UK for the last 14 days must quarantine for 14 days on arrival. All right. Now, a representative from Anvisa, Brazil's health regulator, said that this had happened because everything that Anvisa had directed was not fulfilled. Right. So basically what they're saying is that everything that they said that needed to happen hadn't happened. All right. Now, Anvisa, this Brazilian health regulator, claimed that the 4 players who'd been in the UK, i.e. the ones I just mentioned, Emi Buendia, Emi Martinez, Giovanni Lo Celso, and Christian Romero, had been directed to remain isolated while they waited for deportation. But they didn't comply with this. So instead, they just went to the stadium and entered the field in a series of breaches. All right. Now, I'm going to give you what I think at the end, but it's, like I say, I just think it's absolute madness. The Argentine national team boss said that he felt it was disappointing a resolution could not be found before the game had got underway. It should have been a party for everyone to enjoy some of the best players in the world. I would also like the people of Argentina to understand that as a coach, I have to defend my players. And at no point were we notified that these players could not play the match. We wanted to play the match, the Brazilian players too. Now, the Argentinian Federation also claimed that the Argentinian national team had been in Brazil since the 3rd of September. So that is, what's the date today? 6th. 6th is here, it's Monday now. Sunday was 5th. Saturday was 4th. So yeah, they had been there since Friday, right? And where was I? Yeah, the Argentinian Federation also claimed that the Argentinian national team had been in Brazil since Friday the 3rd of September and had complied with all the health protocols. Now, the president of the Brazilian Football Confederation criticised their health officials, right, for not resolving the situation. And also he criticised them for waiting for the game to start before they took action. Now, what I can't understand is how the hell did Brazil and Argentina not get this situation resolved before the Argentinian national team even entered Brazil? To me, it just strikes of madness, poor administration, poor management, and just blatant incompetence. It's just unbelievable. Someone has got some real serious questions to answer here, as far as I'm concerned. James is here. Hi, James. How are you, mate? Yeah, he says, hi, Ron. My God, that was a mad scene last night. Yeah, it was. It was just absolutely bonkers. I've just been talking about what happened, and I just can't understand how this has happened. All right. Now, the Argentinians are blaming the Brazilians are blaming the Argentinians. It's just bonkers. No one seems to want to take responsibility for it or whatnot. But apparently FIFA are going to investigate and so on. Because what I just said, I don't know if you were here when I said it, was that I can't understand how it is that the Argentinian national team entered Brazil and this hadn't been resolved. Right? Now, my understanding was that national football players playing for national teams were exempt from these quarantine regulations. All right? Now, whether that's the case or not, I don't know. But I just don't understand how the Brazilian Federation and the Argentinian Federation couldn't have sorted this out before the game kicked off. The other issue is, I'm pretty sure that both teams would have had to submit starting 11s or the squads that they were going to play before the game kicked off. Like, as when here, there's like about an hour before kickoff, you get notifications telling you what the starting 11s is and who's on the bench and all that carry on. So it must have been, they would have had at least an hour to go to the dressing rooms or speak to both sides if there was an issue and say, look, there's a problem here. these players can't be playing, blah, blah, blah. And it gets resolved. I just can't understand how the hell this has been allowed to happen, basically. And I think someone's got some really serious questions to answer. And I don't think we've heard the last of this. I really don't. I just think it's absolutely appalling. And I feel really sorry for all the people that went to the stadium. If there was people in the stadium, I don't know if people are allowed to go in the stadiums at the moment in Brazil, but if they were, then I feel sorry for them. So I've heard that as well that they're going to try and replay the game, but how they're going to do that, I really don't know. I think it raises question marks for the clubs whose players are going to play in international football. Because I'm telling you now, if I was the owner of a club or I was the manager of a club and I had players who were going to go abroad and be treated like this, or it was going to mean that they'd have to quarantine, they must quarantine, and they weren't going to be available for another 2 weeks after the game was due to be played, I wouldn't be happy about them going. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't. Judge said, I thought Premier League players weren't supposed to be in South America. I'm glad Richarlison never went. Martinez and the few others did go. No, well, I don't know, but I just don't understand how this has been allowed to happen. I can't understand why this couldn't have been resolved. It strikes to me, it smells to me of either someone completely disregarding the regulations or of just complete and utter incompetence and poor management, really. So, yeah, I really don't know, mate. And I just think it's absolutely mad. And I think someone's got some serious questions to answer. And if that's true about Premier League players weren't supposed to go to South America, that raises another question about why these 4 players from Aston Villa and Tottenham went there. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I just think it's disgusting, and I think it needs to be investigated by FIFA, and whoever's responsible for not having got this sorted out, then before the game even got started, or even before the Argentinian team entered Brazil, they need to be sacked. I'm afraid that they do, because it's completely irresponsible. I also heard that I don't know how true this is, I also heard that they tried, after the game got stopped, they tried to get the game back on again, but the Argentinian players and the Argentinian team refused to play the game without their players, which I completely understand. So, yeah, I just don't think it's acceptable. I mean, it seems to me that all these players were able to go here, there and everywhere, and things were being put in place, and, arrangements have been made and agreed on by all these countries. Yet these two, Argentina and Brazil, something obviously has gone really badly wrong here, and it needs looking into. It really does. So yeah, I don't know, mate. I really don't. And anyone else who's watching this, please feel free to put a comment in about what you think about it, or put a comment if you're watching it later. Make sure to put a comment in the comment section of the video telling me what you think about what's happened and why it's happened and what's going to happen to put it right. because at some point they're going to have to play this game. Either that, or one or both of them is going to have to end up getting deducted points. So I don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do, but it needs looking into, and measures need to be put in place to ensure that this doesn't happen again. Anyway, please remember to, please, as I've always saying, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Please put a like on the video, and please remember to share it around with anyone who you think might enjoy watching it. Yeah, I haven't really got anything else to say about it, really, other than I just think it's absolutely outrageous. So thanks very much for coming in, James, and chatting to me and with your comments and so on. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, mate. I'm going to go now and finish the stream. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you all, anyone else who's watching it, I hope you all have a great day too, that you take care of yourselves and stay well. And yeah, that's it really. So yeah, thanks a lot, James, and I'll speak to you soon too. Take care, mate. Thank you very much, everyone, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.